Hi, I'm Jessica, and this is my video presentation. So, if I could make one change in today's healthcare system, it would be to have better preventative psych programs out in the communities, such as a psych access facility that is open 24 hours a day to deal with psychological breakdowns, that would have trained professionals to support them in their needs and can get them safely to a 72-hour hold facility or psych hospital. This would offload the influx of patients into the ER and allow for more emergent patients in the ER. Some legal and ethical issues with this would be, one legal issue would be, could involuntary holds come in to these access centers, or would they need to go straight to the ER? If so, what kind of paperwork would need to be done, court documents, and what kind of professional people will need to be there to get these? Would a physician need to be on staff 24 hours a day so they can get the court holds, or can just a nurse practitioner or a regular nurse sign these holds? Also, some ethical issues would be, it would be beneficial because you're taking load off the ER and you're helping people out in the community. But we do have a lot of homeless people in the community. Would they see these access centers as shelters, and would they hold up beds in those access centers, or just come there and stay in the lobby and want to stay there constantly? We would need to figure out a way how not to let that happen, or if so, how to have a social worker on standby and find these people's appropriate shelters to go to in appropriate places, and maybe help them with their psych issues, because 90% of the homeless population does deal with some type of psychological issue, whether it be PTSD, alcoholism. Maybe we can help them in a beneficial way and them not influx the access centers as well. Also, we would need to figure out cost versus benefits. Is it too demanding, or is it beneficial to the community? Can there be loans provided? Would there be grants? There'd be a lot of stuff to figure out, but I do believe it would be a positive benefit for the community to help psych patients and also not put such a strain on the ER with all these patients coming in. So another question was the nursing roles and how they're ever changing. Nursing roles are very changing in quality to ensure patient outcome and reimbursements for your unit. We want to make sure that you would have the best nursing role model to ensure better outcomes and reimbursements. And I believe by 2020, the cross-training model is the main type of model that you're going to see in your nursing care delivery. My cat is just, he loves papers. Nurses already do the work of many jobs there. We do the work of a respiratory therapist. We can do the work of a CNA. I believe by 2020, we will take the place of these jobs: respiratory therapists, cardiac monitoring, EKG technicians, EEG technicians, and CNAs, of course. To be ready for this upcoming change, a hospital would need to hire more RNs, preferably BSN RNs, and if not, if they're just ADN, they will need to possibly have an incentive for schooling or reimbursement for nurses who go to school. And then start cross-training immediately. Do classes, critical care classes, cardiac monitoring classes, respiratory classes. That way nurses are better trained. And then lower the number of patients. Do like a 4-to-1 ratio so nurses can handle the cross-training, and then you wouldn't need the compensate a CNA or a respiratory therapist, because the nurse can handle her 4-to-1 patients and do the duty of everyone else. So this is what I believe would help. To evaluate that, we can do an employee survey at the end of a year to all the employees and see how they like the change and of that particular nursing modeling's role. And then also, if the Press Gainies are going up in their score after a year, then we know we've made the right choice with that modeling role. And that would be some ways to evaluate how that role model would be. So those are just some of my ideas. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation.